Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, whose narrative has always been the couple who risked it all, who gave up everything for love, is now spending extended periods of time apart from one another, most recently up to 85 days. Gone are the days of the over-the-top PDA displays of affection for the clickety-clicks of the camera. Now the salt and pepper of Montecito are rarely seen together, and when they are together, it's awkward, it's forced, it's performative without any real PDA. Now, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's relationship has taken a complete new change of direction and has many people starting to speculate. In today's video, we're going to go inside Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's 2024 shift from romantic thirst trap to separate lives, and what does that mean for 2025? You guys, we have a lot of juicy royal daily tea to get through today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the royal daily tea. Hi everyone, it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. I hope everyone had a fabulous Christmas and that you were able to enjoy your time off and spend it with your loved ones. I was very fortunate that my sister came from out of town and we had an absolute fabulous time. You guys, my sister got me the cutest Christmas gifts. She gave me two royal inspired gifts. One was a canvas bag with the picture of Queen Elizabeth II and all of her brightly colored outfits. I absolutely love this bag. Then she got me this beautiful Christmas ornament of Queen Elizabeth II. But isn't this the most fabulous Christmas ornament? Now, I did see King Charles's Christmas Day speech. I, for one, thought he did a marvelous job. It was a beautiful speech. It was also lovely to see the royal family walking to church with our lovely Catherine, Princess of Wales. You guys, it was so nice to see them all out and about. But I wanted to say thank you guys so much for being here, for supporting me throughout this entire 3.5-year journey. I am so grateful for each one of you, and we have so many wonderful things coming up in 2025. Also, if you sent me a Christmas card, I'm a little behind on my Christmas cards. I apologize, but don't worry. I am working on them and I will get them out this week. So stay tuned for a Christmas card if you sent me one. Now, let's get into today's video. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced earlier this year that they were going to professionally uncouple, what I like to call conscious uncoupling, on their business projects, where Meghan and Harry were going to focus on their individual solo ventures. Now, that in itself doesn't raise a red flag. A lot of couples have their own projects, have their own interest. But with Meghan and Harry, the fact that Meghan has had a vice grip on this man's royal jewels for 6.5 years, and she's letting him to go off and be a man, Harry, be a man, on his own, is a little suspicious. This is the couple that has a joint desk in their Montecito compound. I mean, we don't even know if she lets Prince Harry go to the bathroom longer than 10 minutes. We all know she's probably like, Harry, are you in there, Harry? Are you done? I'm waiting. Come on, Harry, it's been 10 minutes. Like, we all know that poor man has been tied to her for 6 years. So the fact that she's letting him go for weeks at a time in different countries, different cities, that is pretty alarming. So Prince Harry wants to focus on his philanthropic work, while Meghan Markle wants to focus on her dolphin investing and her entrepreneurial projects. Now, what I find interesting is that, in my opinion, Prince Harry wants to go back to the past before Meghan Markle, and Meghan Markle is building her future sans Harry. So Harry wants to go back to being the golden boy, back to his heyday where people really actually liked him, where he was a good boy. You're a good boy, Harry. You're a good boy. Where he was the golden boy of the royal family. It was just easy. He got out of bed, he showed up, he waved. Everybody loved him. It was really low expectations. There wasn't a lot of thought. There wasn't a lot of work. There wasn't a lot of creativity. He was just Harry. He just showed up and waved, and people adored him. I mean, that's all the man knows. So now people don't like him, and he doesn't understand that, and he doesn't like it. And he doesn't like the fact that the royal family has been elevated, and actually, they're more popular in America than he is. He doesn't like that because, again, he's always competing against William, his arch nemesis. He can't stand it. That is why he refuses to get rid of his Prince and Duke of Sussex title. That is why he demanded his children have the Prince and Princess title. He does not want to abandon his royal roots for anybody. So that whole thing about escaping the royal family, wanting freedom, wanting to start over on his own accord to make money is bullshit. They have only made money off the back of his royal title. But back in 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle told the entire world that they were stepping away from royal life because they wanted to be financially independent. So everyone assumed they meant we're leaving the titles at the door. We're not going to monetize off the royal family. We're not taking handouts, but we're going to go to America and we're going to start over and base it on our own work. That's what people thought they meant by starting over and being financially free. They didn't realize they were taking all of their perks and their privilege and their royal titles and then just, monetizing it with Netflix and Spotify. No one realized that was actually what they meant. They never wanted to get rid of that royal prestige. That is what they used to make money. So Prince Harry is now focusing on all of his philanthropic endeavors, and he's still trying to go back to his heyday of being a very popular royal. Well, unfortunately for Prince Harry, things are not going well in his philanthropic circle. You got Travelist, which I didn't even know that was still in business. In my opinion, does anybody even use Travelist? It's a place where you can go and rate airlines. People can rate you, and you go there to see who has the lowest emissions when it comes to the environment. I have a news flash for you. They actually have that on all the travel sites. You can actually see which flight has a lower emission. But I'm going to tell you, nobody cares about that. All we care about is how much it's going to cost and how fast can we get there. No one is looking over on the right where it tells you the emissions that it gives to the environment. I hate to tell you, we don't care. So Travelist, how is that even a thing? Are people using this? How are they making money? Again, I thought that company was bankrupt, but I could be wrong. Then you have African Parks. That whole debacle, the scandal that is happening with the Baka people. Harry has done absolutely nothing for this charity. He's actually the president of the board. But yet he acts like, well, I sent an email, that should have solved the problem. So now he's associated with African Parks. He's associated with Travelist, which again, is anyone even using? Then of course he has BetterUp, his job at BetterUp, which now has come out as a very toxic workplace. People are miserable. Things are not going well over at BetterUp. Again, Harry sits there as the chief impact officer, collecting a cool $1 million, and no one knows what he does at a company that has a toxic work environment. Again, everything Harry puts his name to turns to shite. Then we have the Invictus Games, which again is having a lot of problems. A lot of people are leaving, they're losing staff, there's missing funds, and now, of course, the Invictus Games, it doesn't appear to be growing. They're actually losing people who are participating in the games. Then you have Meghan Markle, who is a D-list actress who married a royal prince and who came back to Hollywood just to find out you're still on the D-list. She's a showgirl with a briefcase, okay? That is all she's ever gonna be. But she was out there on the red carpet in her little red dress, looking like the tart of Tinseltown, acting like she was out there looking for a new daddy. I want a daddy. Honey, pay them bills, daddy. Pay them bills. She was out there flirting with Tyler Perry. Big daddy, look at me, daddy. She was trying to get some attention, okay? Looking like the tart of Tinseltown, letting everyone know I'm available. Call me. She acts like a 17-year-old girl on her way to prom, or a girl who's looking for a daddy. Like I said, she looked available, okay? Sending out very weird signals, in my opinion. Now, Meghan, with all of her dolphin investing, she has that handbag company, which is very, very expensive for the straw handbags that you get. Well, now there's a lot of scandal surrounding that the poor little women who actually make the handbags get paid pennies a day. Then, of course, we know about her coffee company, that there was alleged lead in the coffee and they settled out of court. And then, of course, we know about her entrepreneurial ARO, known as DOA, Dead on Arrival. That is a catastrophe. We have no idea if that thing is actually going to take off the ground. I'll be very surprised if they get the trademark in March of next year. Then, of course, we have their joint past projects, Polo, which was technically supposed to be Harry's baby. And, of course, Meghan had to slap her name on it, which has been a complete flop. So where does that leave Harry and Meghan? All of their individual projects have failed, in my opinion, on all counts. Then their joint ventures are pretty much washed up and done. Their Netflix deal is coming to an end in March, April of 2025. We already know that Spotify is done and buried. What other projects do they have together? So in my opinion, Meghan is desperately trying to establish something on her own away from Harry because she's preparing for the future without Harry. Harry is trying to separate himself from his toxic and embarrassing wife, who nobody likes, Meghan Markle, and he's trying to reclaim his past roots of being the most loved royal. Oh, look at Harry. But it's not working. Even when he does those cute little skits with Jelly Roll, where he's pretending to get a tattoo, where he's doing the Halloween thing, he had the very successful solo tour by himself, where he was away from his wife for 85 days when he went to New York City, he went to the UK, he went to Africa. He actually was decently received without Meghan, and then of course he went to Canada as well. But again, why does Harry want to separate himself from his wife? Isn't he supposed to be so happy? In my opinion, that speaks volumes on the future of their relationship. You got one person going back to his past before his wife, and then you have his wife who's desperately trying to make something for herself in the future without her husband. So what does that mean for the present? You got two people running in two separate circles, and they've spent up to 85 days apart. Now you have to understand that money is a very big factor, and Harry and Meghan are running out of moolah. Let's not forget all of the lawsuits that Prince Harry is still chasing and wasting on legal fees. Then we have the issue of Harry wants to go back to the UK with the kids, but Meghan doesn't. In my opinion, I do not see a good future for Harry and Meghan, and I think in 2025, we're going to continue to see more separation, more solo projects, and possibly at the end of 2025, there could be a formal separation. In my opinion, things are just not looking good for Harry and Meghan, whether they are solo or they are together. So do you guys believe that we're going to see more of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle living separate lives until they eventually have a huge announcement of an official divorce? Or do you believe that they're going to come together and they're going to show up together more in 2025? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.